Hey guys, Ryan Kaplan of Small Moments Studios, and I've seen some people recently asking questions about shooting a ceremony as a single shooter, some questions on what lenses to use, and some questions on how many cameras and placement and that sort of thing. So I happen to be editing one, so I put this together really quick, just kind of chopped it down to size to just show you a little bit about that. So anyway, I'm not the best at this, but this is the way that I approach it with the gear that I have when I'm doing a one-person video shoot of the ceremony. Hopefully something here will be useful, or maybe it'll give you an idea of what you don't like, and that'll be fine too. This is just what I do. So for this shoot, I'm using 3 5D Mark IIs. I'm also using 3 different 70 to 200 2.8 lenses. One of them is the version 2, and 2 of them are the older version 1. Okay, so here's a quick diagram that I put together showing the camera positions for the start. Camera 2 and camera 3 are unmanned, and they are aimed at where people will be walking past. And camera 1 is with me on a monopod. The tripod is on the side there, as you see noted, so that I can move to the side and put the camera on there when it's time. So now I can get the groom walking down the aisle. I've also got the side angle I can cut to, so I can go back and forth. I'm sticking to that one side angle, but I had another one just in case if I wanted to use that one. I can get the groom standing there. And at this particular wedding, there were some people moving around, but I anticipated them. I saw them moving around beforehand. I went over, had a conversation with them, and they knew what was going on and what I was doing, so they stayed out of the way. The photographer as well, I spoke with him, but even if the photographer got in the way, I had other angles to use, so it wouldn't bother me so much.
Anya and Jeff, as you walked around each other.
So basically for the audio, I'm using a Zoom H1 in the groom's pocket with a lav. I'm using a Zoom H1 on the officiant's microphone on the stand with a lav mic on that also. So there's 2 different audio sources, and then I've also got an R09, or sometimes I'll use a Zoom H4n and put that on a stand in front of the monitor. So I've got that as a backup as well. So once this is all over, the first thing that I'm going to do is take the camera that I'm using on the monopod and put it on a tripod that's waiting on the side right there for me. So I do that while the officiant is telling everyone to sit down and greeting everyone. Then once I've got that locked into place, aimed at the bride and in focus, I move over and take the initial side camera that I had and move that directly to the back of the aisle and get a center shot with that. Once that's in focus, you'll see that right here. Once that's in focus, now I can move to my third camera that I haven't yet used footage of yet, and I will move that to the side to get an angle of the groom.
You complete me.
Right here.
You enrich my life so much, and I want to be with you forever.
Now at this point in the ceremony, I'm already at the back of the aisle with that center camera, and I'm waiting to catch them walking back down.
Okay, give it a good zets. Mazel tov!
So to me, if I'm going to do a ceremony, I want to use 3 cameras. 1 camera is just not enough, and it doesn't make me happy, and it's just not as interesting. But the 3 camera ceremony shoot is fairly easy. I never worry when I do it. I just pay attention, I move quick, and I anticipate problems, and I've always got 1 camera at least that I can use. So I've never had an issue with anything in doing this, and I do these a few times a year by myself, and it works out great. If you have any questions that I can answer, I would love to, but for more technical stuff, you probably want to go with somebody more knowledgeable than me. But maybe post a question here and somebody else will answer it. Anyway, hopefully some of this was helpful, and it gave you an opportunity to see what a ceremony shoot can be with just 1 person shooting it. Again, My work is not amazing. It is mediocre enough for me to be happy doing it and be happy giving it to a client. And I'm sure you can do just as well, if not better. So give it a try. Just realize this is not something that you should start out doing, 3 camera shoots as one cinematographer. You should work up to that and know your shit so that you can make sure that you've got everything running and you don't screw up, especially when it comes to weddings. So that's it. Great talking with you guys. Talk to you soon.